every year to commemorate the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda, to honor the ideas and thoughts of Swami Vivekananda, who had tremendous faith in youth. It's celebrated to shape the minds of India's youth and transform them into a united force for national building. The Government of India first declared to celebrate the National Youth Day in 1984 to recognize and honor the teachings of Vivekananda. And since then, every year is celebrated on 12th of January, right now as we are doing this one. This year, the theme for National Youth Day 2022 is It's All in the Mind, very apt and necessary in the time of the pandemic. Swami Vivekananda is a name which does not need any introduction or any explanation, but just to brush our memories. He was born on 12th January 1863. He was a great social reformer, thinker, and philosopher. He highlighted the importance of the contribution of youth to the country. Swami Vivekananda explained how to channelize the energy and potential of youth into concrete concepts, which are valid even in current times as well. He was called the National Saint of India. He is also known for preaching religious tolerance and merging Indian spirituality with Western materialism, as he believed that these two should complement each other as both are necessary for the overall progress of a nation. He was called National Saint of India. Now, with your due permission, I would like to start this program by inviting our principal, Dr. Gyantosh Kumar Jha, who has always been an enlightening force for us and has been guiding us throughout our lives and helping us to become good teachers, good citizens, overall good human beings. Sir, please.
Thank you, Dr. Priyanka. Respected Madam Dr. Lakshmi Devi, former Principal Sahid Rajguru Sukhdev College of Applied Sciences for Women, Delhi University, and organizer of this program, Dr. Avnish Pratap Singh, Dr. Deepankar, and moderator of this program, Dr. Priyanka Kulhari, Dr. Vinita Tuli, our IQAC coordinator, colleagues, and my dear student. On behalf of our college, our IQAC team, organizing team, I would like to welcome Madam Lakshmi Devi in this webinar on National Youth Day. Namaskar, Madam, और आपका स्वागत. So it is always a great pleasure listening you, and I am very grateful to you that you have given your valuable time for all of us, for our student. And I know that what kind of lecture you deliver on National Youth Day, because earlier also we have invited you in our college, although I was not present that day in the college, but I heard your lectures. So as Priyanka spoke that in 1984, Government of India has decided to celebrate National Youth Day on the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda, and from since 12th January 1985, we are celebrating National Youth Day. So as you all know that Swami Vivekananda was a great philosopher, a spiritual leader, social reformer, and whatnot. And he was a youth icon. So he inspired not only Indians, but youth and young mind of whole world. So when he delivered his lecture in World Summit, and he spoke about, and we should always think about his sayings and his thoughts when he told that arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. उठो, जागृत हो और तब तक नहीं रुको जब तक कि आप लक्ष्य पर पहुंच मत जाओ. तो ये और whatever you think, Vivekanand always used to say that whatever you think, whatever you imagine, you will get in that sense. जो आप सोचेंगे, अगर आप नकारात्मक सोचेंगे तो नकारात्मक पाएंगे, अगर आप सोचेंगे कि आप सही कुछ आपको हासिल करना है तो आप वही पाएंगे. So with these words, I would like to invite Madam. So but I am surprised to know that one of my senior colleague now who has retired from the services of the college, Mr. S. C. Jha, and Madam knows him very well. He called me in the morning and he requested me to please request Madam Lakshmi Devi to sing a bhajan Sivoham for the Swami Vivekanand, and that bhajan is very apt for this situation also. So I would request Madam Lakshmi Devi, before starting his lecture, so kindly sing that bhajan also. So once again, I welcome you, Madam, and thank you so much, and my best wishes to all the organizers. Thank you so much.
Do you want me to sing Shivoham, or okay, if you want me to sing Shivoham, I'll sing that.
Everybody would be surprised to know that Madam sings these kind of bhajans without any instrument and without any support. And although it was a surprising news for me in the morning when Satish has called me and he told me about this quality of yours. Thank you, Madam. Please go ahead. Before Priyanka, over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your words of motivation. And I know everyone is waiting to listen to ma'am, but before this, I would like to take this opportunity to tell our audience and to all the people who are here, they should know that how privileged we are to have you with us. So just a brief introduction of ma'am. So Dr. S. Lakshmi Devi is the Honorary Director of Center for Entrepreneurship and Career Oriented Program, University of Delhi. She completed her graduation, her master's as well as her PhD from University of Delhi. She started her career as a lecturer in botany from Shivaji College in 1972. She is the founder principal, as said by Sir, founder principal of Shahid Rajguru College of Applied Sciences for Women, which is a A-grade accredited college by NAC. She was also nominated as the convener of science exhibition entitled Exploring and Communication in Science by University of Delhi for the 84th session of Science Congress, which was held in Delhi. She has also been the local secretary for the Forum on Women and Science in 1997. She also presented a paper entitled College of Applied Sciences for Women, a case study in 8th IOSTE Symposium at Edmonton, Canada, which has been later published in the proceedings also. In 2000, she visited Houston Community College System as a coordinator of the project called Supporting Education Programs in India, along with a delegation from India. She was also sponsored by British Council to attend the international networking event on women in science and engineering, strategies for action to overcome barriers in 2001. She has also chaired many sessions at very reputed institutions, and she has also been invited as a panelist for discussions on various topics of contemporary importance. She has also been nominated as the member of Task Force on Women and Rural Development by Department of Biotechnology, Government of India for 6 years, 1997 to 2003. She was also nominated as an expert member for the Trans Yamuna Development Board by the Delhi government in 1998. From 2001, she, as I told you, she has been working as the Honorary Director of Center for Entrepreneurship and Career-Oriented Programs of University of Delhi. She was the President of Association of Food Scientists and Technologists, Delhi chapter from 2005 to 7. She was also a member of Academic Council, Jain Vishwa Bharati University, Lucknow, and Executive Council member, Central University of Haryana. She is the President of WOW, Well-Being of Women, India, since 2007. She is also a member of the group on adolescent health, and she has lectured on various issues faced by the adolescents. She is also conducting Sunday classes on value-based education for young children at Ramakrishna Mission, New Delhi. She has a number of publications to her credit in national as well as international journals. She has also been invited to deliver lectures at various institutions of national and international repute. She has also been associated with the project entitled Empowering Women Through Entrepreneurship, and amazingly, she has trained 250 women entrepreneurs in these programs, which is really commendable. She has, to her credit, many awards and honors as well. She has been awarded Lifetime Achievement Award from the Delhi Gynecologist Forum, Dr. Abdul Kalam Award from WOW, Wellbeing of Women India, and a plaque of honor from Botanical Society, University of Delhi. Above all, Dr. S. Lakshmi Devi is a dedicated teacher, facilitator, and an efficient administrator with a caring nature for one and all. Ma'am, we are really honored to have you among us, and I think the same is the feeling of everyone who is present here. So now, without any further delay, I welcome you to the stage, and please, and first
Thank
with
you,
the bhajan.
Priyanka, for giving the nice introduction. And first of all, I must thank your principal, Dr. Jha, Gyanathosh Jha, who has invited me for this lecture. In fact, it's always a pleasure to talk, to students and the academicians. Not only this, I must say your teachers, all my colleagues, employees of your college and students. Today, as you all know, is Vivekananda's birthday, and which is celebrated as Youth Day, as Priyanka and your principal pointed out. And today I will be talking on Swami Vivekananda and Enlightened Citizenship. In fact, Jha Sahab, I was thinking I'll be singing a song on Swamiji.
No problem, ma'am. Yeah, please.
तो फिर मैं स्वामी जी वाला ही सुनाती हूँ आपको.
हाँ, वही सुनाइए.
एनलाइटनमेंट का वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है.
हाँ,
We
ठीक है.
have taught this song to our children in Ramakrishna Mission. Every Sunday, the children from age group of 5 to 14 come to Ramakrishna Mission. Now we are having every day online from 5 to 6 for these children. And we are teaching Sanskrit also to the students and also some moral education to them. I would also request Dr. Jha, on 29th, there is a wonderful convention, and I would like more and more students to participate, because the person who is coming is Swami Sarvapriyanandji, who is a YouTube Swamiji. He has so much of following, lakhs and lakhs of people are following. He's a motivator, and I think every student should attend that particular program. So please get them registered for that program. Let me sing the first song, and last में मैं उगा दूंगी जो शिवो हम ये बुक है. शौर्य दो शक्ति दो चित में प्रेम दो दिल को जगा दो दिल को जगा दो दिल को जगा दो. शौर्य दो शक्ति दो चित में प्रेम दो दिल को जगा दो दिल को जगा दो दिल को जगा दो. कर्म शक्ति दो हे में भक्ति दो कर्म शक्ति दो हे में भक्ति दो निर्मल शुद्ध बुद्धि दो ज्ञान गरिमा दो दिल को जगा दो दिल को जगा दो दिल को जगा दो. अमृतस्य पुत्र हमें सत्य समझा दो दिल को जगा दो दिल को जगा दो दिल को जगा दो. शौर्य दो शक्ति दो चित में प्रेम दो दिल को जगा दो दिल को जगा दो दिल को जगा दो. शास्त्र वीर्य दो ब्रह्म तेज दो शास्त्र वीर्य दो ब्रह्म तेज दो. स्वामी विवेकानंद हमें कृपा ज्ञान दो दिल को जगा दो दिल को जगा दो दिल को जगा दो. शौर्य दो शक्ति दो चित में प्रेम दो दिल को जगा दो दिल को जगा दो दिल को जगा दो. दिल जग गया ना तो एनलाइटनमेंट हो गई. and there'll be enlightened people. That's why I thought I will start with this. In any case, I will sing that as the last song, as has been desired by our. I have a PowerPoint presentation, so I'll make a presentation. Okay, sir? Why it's not coming? Okay. Can you see my presentation? Can
Yes,
you
ma'am.
see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. I'll make it full screen. Okay, let it. If I make it full screen, can you see? Okay. Full screen, no, not. Okay. Today, the topic is Swami Vivekananda and Enlightened Citizenship. As we know, Swami Vivekananda's birthday is 12 January. He was born on 12 January 1863, which is also called as the National Youth Day. But he lived for a short span of time, only 39 years. And look what he did. He became an icon for the young people and he inspired everybody. He died on July 4, 1902. And Government of India, as your principal said, decided to celebrate his birthday as National Youth Day, and from 1985 onwards. And I know ARSD College has been celebrating this day every year, you know, in the college. Now, why it was decided? Because it was felt that the philosophy of Swamiji and the ideals for which he lived and worked could be a great source of inspiration for the Indian youth. That was the idea. He filled the country with a thought whose energy is still felt today. Generation to come will and continue to feel this energy. Today also that energy is percolating. I'll start with a little of Swamiji's early life. Swamiji was called as Narendranath in his childhood. He was born on 12 January 1863 in Kolkata to Vishwanath Datta, who was an attorney, and Bhuvaneshwari Devi. Right from childhood, two aspects of behavior could be clearly noticed. One was he was devout and compassionate in nature. Anything will come, any beggar will come, he'll pick up things and give it to them. You know, that was the compassion which was there in Swami Vivekananda, which we should all have. We saw that during the COVID-19 outbreak, when many people went out to help people who are underprivileged, and readiness to perform any act of courage. Now, here I would like to give an instance. Once it happened, he was studying in Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar School, Metropolitan School. And there was a teacher who was very, very strict. Now, of course, you can't hit children. So one child, he asked the children, have you done the homework? Now, one child stood up and he said, no, I have not done the homework. Why you have not done the homework? Stand up. So he stood up and then he said, sir, somebody was ill in my house, so I could not do it. Show me your hand. And he hit the hand with a stick. And, you know, Swami Vivekananda, Narendranath, as he was called, he felt very, very sad. He said, sir, don't hit him. He had a problem. He could do it. Acha, you are coming in between. Acha, dekhta hu main tujhe kya karta hu. Bench mein khade ho jao. So he stood on the bench and he pulled his ear so much that, you know, blood started oozing out of the boy's ears. Swami Vivekananda did not bother. But he went and complained this to the principal because he was going that way and he asked, Hua kya? And then he said, yes, this is what happened and I don't want to study in the school. He wanted to leave the school, but Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar persuaded him to continue. And he continued in the school, but he said, please do not do anything for the teacher. He should continue here. Only thing is, he should not hit the children. Since the whole family was spiritually inclined, he got the religious upbringing from his parents. His education, as I told you, was in a school, metropolitan school. After that, there he had to study English language. He didn't want to. He wanted to study the mother tongue. और ये बहुत important है कि बच्चे मदर टंग जरूर जाने, क्योंकि मदर टंग सीख जाते हैं, उसमें सीखना उनके लिए आसानी भी रहती है. But he had to learn English by compulsion. So after 7-8 months, he studied English. And he stood first in matriculation, and that added glory to his family and school. And then he joined the Scottish Christian College in Kolkata, which is shown here, and did his graduation. Always he was, perplexed, and he was asking a question to himself. And the question was, has anybody seen God? So anybody he would meet, he said, have you seen God? So he, joined an organization, which was a religious organization in Kolkata, Brahmo Samaj. It was led by Keshav Chandra Sen. He asked the leaders of the organization also, have you seen God? But he could not get the unsatisfactory answer. It was during the time that he was in the Scottish Christian College that Professor Hasty told him, you go and meet Sri Ramakrishna Paramhans at Dakshineshwar. So in 1881, he went to meet Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa. So ordinary man in ordinary dhoti standing, he asked him, have you seen God? उनका जवाब क्या था? I see God as I see you. मैं भगवान को वैसे ही देखता हूं जैसे तुमको देखता हूं. He was perplexed. The moment Sri Ramakrishna kept a hand over his head, something happened to him. He said, नहीं, मेरी भी family अभी नहीं. So, that kind of a thing was there. And what happened 1884, he became his disciple. 1884, his father died. All the burden of the family was on him. And Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa also left the body in 1886. Now, all the disciples of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa was also there. So he took sannyasa in 1887 to look after all the disciples of Sri Ramakrishna. And he went to Kanyakumari, where we have the rock memorial, and he meditated there. What should I do now? He wanted to uplift the poor in Indian subcontinent, and therefore he said he should go to America. And he went to Chicago and spoke in the Parliament of Religion in 1893. After return to India, he founded the Ramakrishna Mission in 1897 and brought Sister Nivedita, who came on her own to India. She was Margaret Noble, an Irish lady, and established the school for girls in Kolkata. At the Parliament of Religion on 11 September 1893, Swami Vivekananda arose for the first time to address the august gathering of 7,000 people. And he said, sisters and brothers of America. And what happened? Applause for 2 minutes. The entire hall stood up and they were clapping for him. That was the gesture. And then he said, I'm proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. We believe not only in universal toleration, but we accept all religions as true. I'm proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the persecuted, the refugees of all religions and all nations of the earth. I will quote to you, my brethren, a hymn which we have been singing from the earliest boyhood, as different streams having their sources in different paths, which men take through different tendencies, various though they appear, crooked or straight, all lead to same Paramatma, same Bhagavan. He said, as your principal said, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Uttishtata, Jagrata, Prapi, Varanya, Buddha. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. That mantra is effective, relevant, and inspiring even today. Now India is ready to be a global leader with the power of yoga and the energy that comes from spirituality. The youth of the country are impatient. They want to give direction to the world. So let us see what is this citizenship. Citizen means a free individual who has unlimited potential, freedom, and responsibility towards the nation and collectively for the world at large. As I sang that song, Dil ko jaga do, enlightened person ka kya hua? Usko kehte hain prabuddha. Jiska dil ka awaken ho gaya, aisa aadmi kaisa hoga? Is loving, kind, and compassionate, cares about other people, is peaceful and serene, free of fear and other unwholesome emotions, sees human condition, reaches beyond his physical existence. He has no worry as he understands freedom from suffering, comes from within and not from material possession. Understand who you are, you'll be happy. So what are the qualities of an enlightened person? Happiness. He's always happy because he's not bothered about what he gets, he does not get. He has inner strength. He's not selfish. He's not self-centered. He's unselfish. Patient and understanding, humble, leadership qualities there, mindful of his health and others' health, committed to his spiritual practice, meditation, thinking about who he is and thinking about everybody as him only, not different from him. Insightful and open-minded, loving, kind and compassionate, emotionally stable, peaceful and serene. Freedom of the midnight of 15th August we in India got our freedom, independence on the midnight of 15th August 1947. On 26 January 1950, we became citizens of the Indian Democratic Republican State by adopting the Constitution of India, which treats the entire people of India as sovereign and free and none treated as slaves. What a beautiful concept. But did we understand its implication? No, we failed to do so. And we did not take sustained energetic steps. With freedom comes responsibility. We do not give serious thought to it as to what changes should this status produce in myself, in my attitude, my behavior, and etc. for the progress of nation. This was a big misfortune. There are so many social evils in the society. Gender inequality. Is a woman equal to man in our country? Female feticide is happening. Before the child is born, we kill the child. If she is born, we do infanticide. Fortunately, this year, the census shows that the male-female ratio has become better, 10-20 female to 1,000 males. People have become aware that females are also equally important for the growth of the nation. Child labor. Stop child marriage. That's also happening. Stop dowry. Why should we give dowry? Because women and men are equal. Say no to corruption. We are not truthful. Black money, too much of black money is there. Our Prime Minister, Narendra Modi ji, wants to make clean India, corruption-free India. Rapes are happening every day. We hear of rapes. Who will do all the work in our country to eradicate all the social evil? Pollution in Delhi. Have a look how it is looking. Can you even see the monuments? Delhi is often associated with dubious epithet like world most polluted capital, gas chamber, and it's a home to landfills. You can see garbage कैसा है. ऐसे सब जगह यदि नजर आएगा तो क्या करेंगे? गवर्नमेंट कुछ नहीं कर सकता, हम सबको इकट्ठे काम करना पड़ेगा. गाजीपुर में पूरा गार्बेज कलेक्टेड था, वो टूट के गिरा, कार नीचे पानी में गई. Addiction to alcohol and smoking and drugs. This is happening in all colleges. The students are addicted. Why? Please do not addict yourself because it causes so many problems. Smoking, lung problems, tobacco is there. And then if you take drugs, it is leaving you depressed. And if you take alcohol, it is spoiling your liver. Why do you want to become an unhealthy nation? We want citizens who are empowered, enlightened. We don't want this. Please say no to all these. Another thing is social media and disconnect in the family. Everybody is on the mobile. Can we do detoxification of this? Yes, one of my students, Monica Gupta, works with the Brahma Kumaris. And she is lecturing on detoxification from social media. Use it for a good purpose, not for projecting yourself and showing your, beautiful face. It is the inner beauty which is more important. Please plant trees, very important, because we are having the carbon dioxide accumulating. All the glaciers will melt because global warming will be there. And if we plant trees, it will reduce erosion, prevent flooding, add oxygen, it will save our earth. Sexual harassment? Why? Why has this become so rampant? He's saying, I have only shared this post, sir. So the man is saying, you share your mobile with me, the cell with me. Swami Ranganadhananda, who was the president of the Ramakrishna Mission and a very good orator, they gave the concept of enlightened citizenship when he wrote the book on enlightened citizenship and democracy in 1989. Swami Ranganadhananda was chosen by the Indian government for Padma Vibhushan Award in 2000. He declined the Padma Vibhushan as it was conferred on him in his individual capacity and not for the mission. So as an individual, look, he did not want anything for himself. He accepted the Indira Gandhi Award for National Integration because it was conferred on Ramakrishna Mission and Gandhi Peace Prize. Now, my call is education, you know. What it did for. They did not want our students to learn the Vedic culture of education and the Sanskrit language. That's why we lost the classical heritage. And the Sanskrit language was not there, so we lost our spiritual traditions. In our old education system, hearing, chanting, memorizing, doing service to the teacher, contemplation, meditation, chanting, जब हम मंत्रा chant करते इतनी एनर्जी आती है. अब सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करावावहि बोले, ऐसे एनर्जी आती है. Knowledge became a part of their life, influencing their thought, emotion, and action. All this helped the development of character. He said there should be thirst for knowledge in students, Swamiji was saying. Education in India did not mean cramming information into the brain, but applying them in one's life to become a better individual, social, secular, and spiritual level. In the olden times, there was the Gurukula system, and teacher was a role model. The student has to stay in the Gurukula. Father and mother are not there. And the children had to have a good discipline. एक कहानी याद आती है, एक टीचर थे, उनका एक स्टूडेंट था. And he was growing fatter and fatter. He called him. He said, भाई, क्या बात है, तुम मोटे होते जा रहे हो, क्या खाते हो? गुरुजी, मैं दान दक्षिणा मांगता हूँ, जो दान में मिलता है वो खाता हूँ. अरे अरे, बहुत बड़ा पाप कर रहे हो. क्या पाप कर रहे हैं कि तुम तो खा जाते हो, पहले तो गुरुजी को देना चाहिए. सो पहले गुरुजी को दो, तो उन्होंने गुरुजी को दिया और गुरुजी सारा खा गए. अब उनके पास कुछ नहीं बचा, फिर भी वो मोटा होता जा रहा था. तो गुरुजी ने पूछा, फिर कैसे मोटे हो रहे हो? तो उसने कहा, जी गुरुजी, पहले आपके लिए भिक्षा मांगता हूँ, फिर अपने लिए. हाँ, ये तो बहुत बड़ा पाप है, 2 बारी भिक्षा एक ही घर से मांगते हो. नहीं, ये नहीं कर सकते. तो उसने वो मांगना छोड़ दिया, फिर भी मोटा होता जा रहा था. अरे कैसे मोटे हो रहे हो? गुरुजी, मैं ना जो दूध गाय के थन से दूध पी लेता हूँ. अरे बहुत बड़ा पाप, वो तो काऊ के बच्चे के लिए है. हाउ कैन यू टेक इट? तो वो बहुत बड़ा पाप है, ये नहीं ले सकते. वो भी नहीं ले सकता तो क्या ले, बेचारा इतना भूख लग गई थी, अब कुछ भी नहीं ले सकता, गुरुजी को कह चुका है. तो वो जंगल में चला गया, वहां पे जो पत्ते मिले उसको खा गया. उसमें से जो पत्ते थे वो जहरीले थे. And he lost his eyes and he fell into a dry well. और वहां गुरुजी देख रहे हैं, वापस नहीं आ रहा. गुरु पत्नी ने बहुत डांटा टीचर को, अपने उनके गुरु जी को. तो गुरुजी गए ढूंढते हुए, वो कहाँ हो भाई तुम? तो वहां से थोड़ी सी आवाज आई, तो वहां गए तो देखा ये कुएं में गिरा पड़ा. क्या हो गया? कहता है, ऐसा है जी गुरुजी, मैंने कुछ पत्ते खा लिए थे, कुछ खाने को था नहीं, तो मैं गिर गया. तो गुरुजी ने क्या किया कि वहां पे यक्ष लोग को भेजा और उनको ठीक करके लाए और कहा खाना खा लो. उन्होंने कहा नहीं, पहले नहीं खाऊंगा, पहले गुरुजी को. दैट इज द वे डिसिप्लिन वाज टॉट. अभी ऐसा कोई सिखाता है डिसिप्लिन? वो ब्रह्मचर्य कहते थे. एजुकेशन इज मैनिफेस्टेशन ऑफ परफेक्शन इन अ ह्यूमन बीइंग. वी आर unaware about the potential which we have. All the knowledge is within us, but it is hidden, and the learner has to manifest itself. The new education policy 2020, I find it's a very good policy, and you have a single regulator and multiple entry exit option in degree courses, and you don't have MPhil, you can join for PhD, and you have common entrance exam for university. Schooling starts at the age of 3, and emphasis is on early child care education. For 4-5 years, the children only do play and they learn from stories. That is what it is. And then they have up to 18 years, they are in the school, and then they learn home language or mother language or local regional language, which is very, very important. You can learn any subject in your own language. There is emphasis on Sanskrit. It's not compulsory, but there is emphasis. So it's a very good idea. In fact, Mahatma Gandhi said, मैं Sanskrit पढ़ना चाहता था, but मैं पढ़ा नहीं, आज मुझे दुख होता है. Now, what a person learns is what he or she discovers. It's all in the own soul, which is a mine of infinite knowledge. उस आत्मा के अंदर सब भरा पड़ा. But it has to be expressed, it has to be manifested. तो उसमें सारा potential है. हम कुछ, हमारे को सब कुछ कर सकते हैं. हम कभी कह ही नहीं सकते, ये नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि हमारे में सारी potential है. Only thing is motivation करना चाहिए. तो टीचर का क्या रोल है? To kindle the fire, remove the impediments, and make him manifest the infinite. That's called awakening. मैंने कहा ना, दिल को जगा दो. यही बात है. The teacher and the parents have to prepare students for their life struggle for life, bring out the strength of character, spirit of philanthropy, and courage of a lion. Real education is that which enables one to stand on one's own legs. So the teacher and the trainer have to guide them, because we have so many things in our mind. The students have so many things in their mind. They have a conflict, what to choose, what not to choose, what to ignore, what not to ignore. They have to be supervised in order to achieve harmonious and purposeful development. तो उनके अंदर कुछ ना कुछ टैलेंट होगा जो भगवान ने उनको दिया, उसको हमको बढ़ाना है. So Swamiji talked of man-making education, life building, character building assimilation of ideas, an integrated person who is morally upright and unselfish. Therefore, in order to tackle this obstacle, the education system should take on 2 responsibilities: build a healthy and dynamic frame of mind, should try to prevent the any future evils in peoples and society. So you have to have a goal. How? Dream about it. Any student who does not dream is a criminal. Ye Abdul Kalam ne kaha. But that dream should not allow you to sleep. तो उसको ये आपको डायरेक्टेड एक्टिविटी करेंगे. यदि डॉक्टर बनना है तो मैं ऐसे पढ़ाई करूंगी और MBBS करूंगी, फिर डॉक्टर सेवा करूंगी. ये नहीं कि पॉकेट भरने के लिए मैं डॉक्टर बन रही हूँ, मेरे को सेवा करना है. यदि हम डायरेक्टेड एक्टिविटी नहीं करेंगे तो गोल नहीं अचीव होगा. Here I want to talk about Shrikant Bola, who is the chairman of Boland Industries. Once, Abdul Kalam ji, our president of India, former president, he went to Andhra Pradesh. And he used to interact with students. उन्होंने एक पूछा, भाई तुम लोग क्या बनना चाहते हो? तो एक स्टूडेंट खड़ा हुआ, वो था श्रीकांत बोला. उसने कहा, मैं प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया बनना चाहता हूँ आपकी जैसे. अरे वाह, ये तो बहुत अच्छा कहा तुमने. देखा तो बच्चा विजुअली हैंडीकैप था, 9th क्लास का बच्चा विजुअली हैंडीकैप. पर देखिए उसके जो प्रेरणा थी कितनी ऊपर थी, उसका गोल कितना बड़ा था कि मैं ये बनना चाहता हूँ. 9th में जब वो साइंस लेने गया तो उसको कह दिया हम साइंस नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि तुम विजुअली हैंडीकैप हो. Then, but he fought in the court, he got the orders and he did science. His teacher helped. Here the role of teacher comes. And he got 98% in 12th board exam. But he wanted to join IIT. He could not because visually handicapped students are not taken. So he went to Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and he was the first international student in brain and cognitive science and business. He finished his education from there and he got lot of job offers. but he has come back to India, started his own industry called Bolant Industry, which manufactures areca-based products. जैसे आपके जो ये है leaves बनाते हैं ना खाने के लिए, they are eco-friendly, and he has employed all the handicapped people in there, differently able people. Now, अंत में हम क्या चाहते हैं लाइफ में, मैं पूछना चाहती हूँ. We want happiness. Happiness क्या है? Pleasure है क्या? Engagement है क्या? क्या ये meaningful engagement है? तो pleasure क्या है? यदि मेरे को कोई गाना सुनने में pleasure मिल रहा, हाँ थोड़ी देर के लिए अच्छा लगता है. Engagement क्या है? मैंने कुछ बनाया अपने हाथ से, हाँ भाई बहुत अच्छा बन गया. फिर मैंने मीनिंगफुल काम किया, किसी के लिए हेल्प किया, किसी की सेवा की, सबसे ज्यादा हैप्पीनेस उसमें मिलता है. आप सब स्टोरी सुपर 30 का जानते हो, जिसमें ऋतिक रोशन ने एक्ट किया था. ये आदमी है आनंद शर्मा. आई मेट हिम इन रामकृष्णा मिशन. ही हैड कम टू गिव अ लेक्चर. वो बच्चों को अंडर प्रिविलेज को लेते हैं, और 30 ऑफ देम and all of them clear IIT or they go abroad and they have become professors. Underprivileged children who did not know the language, the English language, but they are all professors outside India, inside India, everywhere. Narayanan Krishnan, CNN award winner 2010, उन्होंने अक्षय ट्रस्ट शुरू किया. He was a chef and he had to go to get training, but वो गया नहीं. उसने क्या किया, उसने देखा बहुत सारे भिखारियां, उनके लिए खाना प्रिपेयर करता, उनके लिए जो हैंडीकैप्ड है उनको हेल्प करता. वो अक्षय ट्रस्ट बनाया उसने. तो ऐसे एक और लेडी जिसको 2018 में पद्मश्री मिला, सुहासिनी मिस्त्री. इसके जो हस्बैंड थे, when she was just 23, he passed away. She had 4 children, 2 sons, 2 daughters. वो एक वेजिटेबल वेंडर था. क्यों मरा? He had loose motions और मर गया. वहां कोई डॉक्टर नहीं मिला. गांव में रहते थे कोलकाता. She was very much upset. She said, इस गांव में आज के बाद कोई लूज मोशन से डॉक्टर की सुपरविजन के बिना nobody will die. I will see to it. सब हंसने लग गए. तुम्हें पढ़ना नहीं आता, लिखना नहीं आता, बात करना नहीं पता, अपनी फैमिली को संभाल. तो उसने क्या किया, उसके हस्बैंड एक ठेला चलाते थे, सब्जी बेचते थे. She also started selling. Her elder son became a laborer. 2 of her daughter got married, and जो चौथा लड़का था उसको डॉक्टर बना दिया. और जाके शहर में जाके एक एक डॉक्टर को प्लीड करके गांव में लाके अपने घर में जो सिक पीपल थे उनकी ट्रीटमेंट कराती थी. देखिए कितना उसने काम किया, निस्वार्थ. दैट इज व्हाट कर्म योग. ये करना पड़ेगा. तो उन्होंने किया, और जब उसका लड़का डॉक्टर बन गया तो उसने मल्टी स्पेशलिटी हॉस्पिटल खोला है उसी गांव में, कोलकाता. हैव अ गोल इन लाइफ. मेरी एक स्टूडेंट है मोनिका गुप्ता, उसने अपना इंटरैक्टिव बीज का एक एंटरप्रेन्योर है. 60 स्टूडेंट्स आर एम्प्लॉयड अंडर her, and it's an advertising company and brand building company. And today, after COVID, she has started in Brahma Kumaris. She's giving lecture on how to do meditation, how to have peace of mind. ये सब सिखा रही है. How to detox you from the social media. So do something meaningful. Pleasure नहीं, वो तो काम है, कामना से मैंने वो किया, और मैं चाहती हूँ मुझे मिल जाए, उससे मेरे को थोड़ी खुशी मिल जाएगी. फिर मैं चाहती हूँ मैं कुछ काम करूँ, उसमें पैसे मिलेगा, हाँ वो अर्थ हो जाता है. मीनिंगफुल काम जो है ये तो धर्म हो जाता है. जैसे कि सूद ने ऑर्गेनाइज किया, सारे माइग्रेंट्स को अपने घर भिजवाया, बहुत बड़ा काम किया. So you have to have faith in yourself. If you don't have faith in yourself, how can you believe in God? तो ह्यूमन बीइंग को क्या करना है? सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट. ये नहीं कि सारा जो एनर्जी का सोर्स के लिए, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. हमें सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट करना पड़ेगा. उसका मैंने एक एग्जांपल लिया है. एक हमारे साइंटिस्ट थे जायरे खान. वो IRI में, इंडियन एग्रीकल्चरल रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट से गए केन्या में. वहां पे उन्होंने क्या किया कि वहां पे बहुत पुअर फार्मर्स थे. उनके मेज में एक डिजीज लग जाता था, सारा प्लांट मर जाता था. वो क्या डिजीज था? वो डिजीज नहीं था, एक्चुअली इट वाज इंसेक्ट व्हिच यूज्ड टू eat away the leaves. तो उसने क्या किया कि रोज में कॉर्न लगाया और बीच में एक और प्लांट लगाया, जिससे वो जो है वो प्लांट, जो बीच के रो के प्लांट थे, कुछ सिक्रीट करते थे केमिकल्स, और क्या करते थे, जो वीड्स थे उनको मार देते थे, बायोलॉजिकल कंट्रोल, इससे कोई पोल्यूशन भी नहीं होगा, और मार देते थे, और फर्टिलाइज भी करते थे सॉइल को। और अक्रॉस द फील्ड उसने एक नेपियर ग्रास लगाया. All the insects which were eating this plant were attracted towards the grass. वहां पे वो कैटरपिलर बनता था, वो एग्स देते थे, कैटरपिलर बनता था, उनके स्टेम के म्यूसिलेज में जाके मर जाते थे. इतना अच्छा कंट्रोल, बायोलॉजिकल कंट्रोल ये किया तो उन लोग की जो आमदनी बढ़ गई. बहुत ही अच्छा, इसको कहते हैं पुश एंड पुल टेक्नोलॉजी. डेस्मोडियम प्लांट में लगाया थे और ये नेपियर ग्रास को लगाया अराउंड देम. सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. दे शुड बी इनोवेटिव, दे शुड बी क्रिएटिव. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया इनका काम. Yet training is absent in our education system. Discipline the mind. भाई डिसिप्लिन बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. यदि हम डिसिप्लिन माइंड ना रखें तो हम कुछ काम ही नहीं कर सकते. एक लड़का था, एक आदमी था, अटलांटा में रहता था, उसके पास एक बड़ा खेत था, मगर उस खेत में उसकी कुछ चीजें नहीं उगती थी क्योंकि पैसिफिक ओशन के पास था. स्टॉर्म आते रहते थे एंड ऑल हिज क्रॉप यूज्ड टू बी स्पॉइल्ड. तो उसको कोई मिल भी नहीं रहा था किसको अपॉइंट करे. उसने एडवर्टाइज किया तो एक छोटा लड़का आया कि मैं आपका काम कर दूंगा. तो आया काम करने के लिए. उसने कहा बट मेरी एक कंडीशन है, आई स्लीप व्हाइल द विंड ब्लोज. देखो ये क्या है, जब स्टॉर्म आएगा ये सो जाएगा तो मैं क्या करूंगा. बट देन उसने उसको एम्प्लॉय किया. कुछ टाइम से टाइम हमको ये सीखना बहुत जरूरी है, हाउ वी मैनेज आवर टाइम. टाइम मैनेजमेंट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो वो टाइम से सब काम करके रखता था. एक दिन स्टॉर्म आया तो ये फार्मर भाग के गया और कहा बेटा उठो, तुम हट से उठो, देखो इतना सारा कुछ खराब हो जाएगा. उसने कहा आई टोल्ड यू आई स्लीप व्हेन द स्टॉर्म ब्लोज. एंड व्हेन ही वेंट एंड सॉ, सारा हार्वेस्ट कर चुका था, उनको पॉलिथीन में बांध चुका था, उसको अच्छी तरह स्टोर कर चुका था. ऐसे ही हमें करना चाहिए, अपने माइंड को ट्रेन. लास्ट मिनट नहीं काम करना चाहिए. कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ माइंड इज इंपॉर्टेंट. आज मैं कहीं बोल रही थी बच्चों से, कहते कॉन्सेंट्रेशन कैसे करें. कॉन्सेंट्रेशन करने के लिए हमको अपने डिजायर्स छोड़ने पड़ेंगे. वी हैव टू कलेक्ट आवर माइंड रनिंग हियर एंड इधर एंड किधर, एंड वी हैव टू बी वेरी अटेंटिव. जैसे कि आप जानते हैं जब अर्जुन को पूछा द्रोणाचार्य ने तुमको क्या दिखाई देता है, जब वो शूट कर रहा था और उसको कहा था पक्षी की आई को शूट करो, तो उसने कहा मुझे सिर्फ पक्षी की आंख दिखाई देती है. तो जब हम पढ़ने बैठे हमें और कुछ माइंड में नहीं आना चाहिए, सिर्फ पढ़ाई ही, जो पेज पढ़ रहे हैं वही माइंड में होना चाहिए. जैसे कि स्वामी विवेकानंद की फोटोग्राफिक मेमोरी थी, एनसाइक्लोपीडियाज पढ़ लेते. एक बार वो फॉरेन कंट्री में गए, वहां पे बहुत सारे बच्चे खेल रहे थे, वो एग शेल्स को शूट कर रहे थे. एक से भी निशाना नहीं लग रहा था. नोबडी कुड शूट द एग शेल्स. स्वामी जी वहां खड़े थे तो वो हंस रहे थे, स्माइल कर रहे थे. तो बच्चे गए, कैन यू डू इट, व्हाई आर यू स्माइलिंग एट अस, व्हाई आर यू लाफिंग. उन्होंने कहा गिव मी द गन, आई विल डू इट. एंड एक के बाद एक 12 एग शेल्स को उन्होंने मार दिया. तो कहा ओ यू मस्ट बी अ परफेक्ट शूटर. उसने कहा नहीं, मैंने कभी गन को हैंडल नहीं किया. बिल्कुल हैरान हो गए, हाउ डिड यू डू इट. I did it because of concentration. So detach from mind, from all distraction and live in that idea. तो मैंने ये अपने कॉलेज के कैंटीन के सामने लिखवाया हुआ है, एक पेंटिंग कराई हुई है. स्वामी विवेकानंद कहते थे टेक अप वन आइडिया, मेक दैट वन आइडिया योर लाइफ, थिंक ऑफ इट, ड्रीम ऑफ इट, लिव ऑन दैट आइडिया. Let the brain, muscle, nerve, every part of your body be full of that idea. Just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to success. ठीक है. But chastity बहुत important है, तभी pure mind मिलता है. Free from desires and distraction, pure mind. No, don't enjoy sense pleasures or sex. Otherwise we want name, power, position. छोड़ो. विल पावर होना बहुत जरूरी है। बचपन से विल पावर डेवलप कर लिया तो बड़े में भी विल पावर डेवलप हो जाता है। इसका एक एग्जाम्पल है अरुणिमा सिन्हा, जो ट्रेन से फेंकी गई थी नीचे, एंड शी was stuck in the track at night time. Nobody could hear her voice and her shouting. So she was on the railway track, she could not come out of it, and her leg had been cut, one of her legs. Whole night she was on the track, 49 trains went over her. Only in the morning, the people of that village took her out from the track and took her to the hospital. There was no anesthesia. How to do the operation? The doctors gave their blood for the operation. She says, how do we do the operation? She said, जब 49 trains मेरे ऊपर से चल गए तो ऑपरेट भी कर दो, मैं सहन कर दूं। उसके बाद वो रुकी नहीं, उसने आर्टिफिशियल लेग लगा के माउंट एवरेस्ट को क्लाइम किया और अपना तिरंगा झंडा फैलाया। भाई हम लोग को अपना कल्चर समझना है, बिकॉज कल्चर withstand shock. Knowledge is only skin deep. Civilization is not. It will help us to कोई भी शॉक आए, कोविड आए, कुछ आए, अंडरस्टैंड। फिर हमको हर स्टूडेंट को श्रद्धा होनी चाहिए। किसके ऊपर? हमारी श्रुति के ऊपर। हमारे जो रिलीजियस बुक है जिसमें लिखा है, वेद जो है, आचार्य देवो भवा कहा है, आचार्य के ऊपर जो पढ़ा रहा है उसके ऊपर श्रद्धा, और टीचर को भी स्टूडेंट के ऊपर रेस्पेक्ट होना चाहिए, ये नहीं म्यूचुअल रेस्पेक्ट, एंड दे शुड प्रे टुगेदर बिफोर स्टार्टिंग। A true teacher is the one comes down to the level of the students, transfer his soul to the students' souls, sees through the students' eyes, hears through his ears, and understands through his or her mind. Such a teacher can really teach none else. So teacher padhaye kya? A teacher needs help a student learn. They have to become self-learners, how to think, what to think, how to discriminate, how to appreciate, help training the student's mind, as this is the chief instrument of learning. Tagore ने एक बारी कहा, the main object of teaching is not to give explanation, but to knock the doors of the mind. कहते एक बार मुझे recollect, I was pacing the terrace of our house late in the afternoon. I could see at once that evening had entered me. Its shades had obliterated my self. Now that the self was in the background, I could see the world in true aspect, full of beauty and joy. What is more important? Inner development. हम बाहर ही देखते रहते हैं, बाहर की चीजों से ही हम attract होते रहते हैं. We try to polish ourselves, makeup लगाया, हाथ को, ड्रेस को अच्छा किया, मगर नहीं, अंदर से polish करिए. Train your inner mind. This knowledge which we have acquired now has created artificial wants for us. Artificial wants have been created. Every poor man wants to have a very big house, a good furniture, all comforts, a car. And when he cannot, he struggles and dies in that struggle. But what is more important? Character building than career orientation. बार बार कितने पैसे मिलेंगे, कौन सा career मिलेगा, कौन सा job मिलेगा, यदि मैं इस कोर्स के ज्वाइन करेंगे, नहीं, कैसा कैरेक्टर होगा. There are 80 characters and virtues which we have. These are justice, humanity, courage, truthfulness. What is character? It's sum total of all these impressions and thoughts, and sum totals of all these virtues. These come together to form habit. Habit builds up the character, and repeated habit builds up the destiny. Swami Vivekananda has said, sow a thought, reap an act, sow an act, reap a habit, sow a habit, reap a character, sow a character, reap a destiny. तो हमको क्या होना चाहिए? Information नहीं, assimilation of ideas. Global enlightened citizen बनने के लिए love, self-confidence, self-reliance, fearlessness, compassion, spirit of service, respect for the elderly, respect for our scriptures, respect for everybody in this world. तपस क्या है? सच बोलो, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट तपस है. लिथार्जी से हटो, जल्दी जागो, जागो भाई. gain knowledge, make your mind so receptive, have a simple life, rise up early every day. ये क्या हो रहा है? नेक्स्ट क्यों नहीं जा रहा ये? चलिए, just a minute. हाँ, now moral education is very tapas हो गया. Moral teacher should be role models. वो सिर्फ टीचर को क्लासरूम में नहीं दिखते, वो कैसे बिहेव करता है, उसकी पर्सनालिटी कैसे है. टीचर लाइफ एंड पर्सनालिटी शुड बी लाइक ब्लेजिंग फायर, एंड दे शुड बी मॉरल एग्जाम्पलर्स. एथिक्स होना चाहिए, वो वैल्यूज बच्चे भी ले लेते हैं. We have to develop wholesome human beings, and they should have intellectual, physical, intellectual, emotional, and ethical integration, complete man or women. And duty of the upper class is to help the underprivileged. जैसे आपके NSS है, National Service Scheme है. Science of spirituality says channelize all your knowledge of sciences for welfare of humanity. जैसे आकाश मनोज एक 11वीं क्लास का स्टूडेंट चेन्नई में, उसके ग्रैंडफादर की डेथ हो गई हार्ट अटैक से. साइलेंट हार्ट अटैक था, पता ही नहीं चला. वो बड़ा इमोशनल हुआ, उसने कहा कैसे मर गए, हम पता नहीं कर सकते कि हार्ट अटैक आएगा मेरे ग्रैंडफादर को. तो उसने कार्डियक बायोमार्कर बनाया जिसको आप अपने रिस्ट में बांध सकते हैं. इट एमिट्स आउट पॉजिटिव चार्जेस व्हिच अट्रैक्ट्स a negatively charged protein which increases 4 or 5 before the heart attack. It's called heart fatty acid binding protein 3. और यदि आपको पता चल जाए वो इंक्रीज हो रहा है तो प्रिवेंट कर सकते हैं. ये है लड़का, इनको प्रणब मुखर्जी हमारे प्रेसिडेंट से अवार्ड मिला. स्वामी जी विवेकानंद व्यूज ऑन विमेन. उन्होंने क्या कहा? डोंट ट्रीट विमेन एज mere flesh and bones. She is the biotic potential embodiment of Shakti, principle of creation. हम कहते हैं ना अर्धनारीश्वर, प्रकृति करती है, पुरुष नहीं करता. भगवान हम कहते हैं आत्मा कुछ नहीं करती, प्रकृति सब करवाती है हमको. Equality of sexes, perfect balance and harmony. Actually, the man and woman are carved from the same matter, cast in various molds to perform different type of function, and they have a unique position in the cosmos. Women as a mother, she is an epitome of love, service and sacrifice, center of our family and our highest ideal. क्या होता है बीच में यदि कुछ आ जाता है तो चलता नहीं है. देखती हूँ. हाँ, Swamiji used to respect the mother in one form or the other. I salute the mother, ये कहते थे. Mother is a representation of God. Now, the ideal woman in India is mother first, mother last. The word woman calls upon the mind, Hindu motherhood, and God is called mother. ये कोई बार-बार एंट्री करे तो फिर नहीं जाएगा. Eight flowers of Vishnu, a beautiful verse attributed to Srimad Vedanta Desikar. Ahimsa prathama pushpam, pushpam indriya nigraha, sarvabhuta daya pushpam, shama pushpam visheshata, jnana pushpam tapa pushpam, shanti pushpa, tathaiva cha, satyam अष्टविधम पुष्पम विष्णु प्रीतिकर भवेत्. ये सारे जो है हमारे वैल्यूज है. अहिंसा, नॉन वायलेंस, this is the first flower, pushpam. Indriya nigraha, sense control, second flower. Sarva bhuta daya, love all living beings, third pushpam. Shama, forgiveness, fourth pushpam. Jnanam, knowledge, fifth pushpam. Tapas, austerities and meditation. And seventh pushpam, shanti, peace, satyam, truth. Eighth pushpam. बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी में जब कॉन्वोकेशन में ये तैत्रीय उपनिषद से बोलते हैं, मैंने सारा नहीं लिखा पर थोड़ा सा लिया. सत्यम वद, धर्मम चर, स्वाध्यायान महाप्रमद, मातृदेवो भव, पितृदेवो भव, आचार्य देवो भव, अतिथि देवो भव. एष आदेश, एष उपदेश, एततनु शासनम एवं उपासितव्यम। क्या है इसका मीनिंग? स्पीक द ट्रूथ, abide by your dharma, never be idle in your studies, know your mother to be like goddess, please her like a goddess, know your father to be like God, know your teacher to be like a God, know your guest to be like a God. O disciple, only do those actions which are in accordance with the Shastra and society. Do not perform actions that oppose this. Moreover, only adopt a good conduct, nothing else. After leaving here, if you find a teacher better than us, then respect him, pay homage to him by offering him a seat. This is our final command. This is our teaching. Go forth, live according to this. सत्यकाम जो था ये छांदोग्य उपनिषद में आता है। जबाला का पुत्र था, उनको पता नहीं था, जबाला बहुत लोगों के लिए काम करती थी, उसको पता नहीं था किसका पुत्र है। तो ये जो सत्यकाम एक बारी संन्यास लेने के लिए, दीक्षा लेने के लिए गया गुरु के पास, तो गुरु ने पूछा तुम्हारा गोत्र क्या है? तो माँ से पूछने गया, माँ ने कहा मुझे नहीं पता, आप गुरु को बता दो। तो उसने सत्य बताया कि मेरे को पता नहीं, माँ को भी पता नहीं गोत्र क्या है। उन्होंने कहा सचमुच तुम अच्छे ब्राह्मण होगे, मैं तुमको अपना शिष्य बना लेता। तो स्वामी जी कहते थे नेवर लूज होप इन लाइफ। A blind person asked Swami Vivek, can there be anything worse than losing eyesight? He replied, yes, losing your vision. Worrying does not take away tomorrow's trouble, it takes away today's peace. कि कोई एडमिट बार बार करता है तो चलता नहीं। ओके, सेल्फ, हमें समझना है मैं कौन हूँ, मैं आत्मा हूँ, ये बॉडी नहीं हूँ। यदि समझ जाए ये तो फुल ऑफ हैप्पीनेस, क्योंकि आत्मा तो मरती नहीं है, उसको जला नहीं सकते, उसको भिगो नहीं सकते। स्मॉलर देन द स्मॉलेस्ट, ग्रेटर देन द ग्रेटेस्ट, दिस सेल्फ फॉरएवर dwells in the heart of all. A person freed from desire, with mind and senses purified, beholds the glory of self and is without sorrow. Katha Upanishad. I end with that, and as हमारे सतीश झा ने कहा है, तो मैं सोचती हूँ उसको ही बोला जाए। क्या हुआ? एक मिनट। कर नो, ये फुल स्क्रीन नहीं हो रहा आपको, मैं तो दिख रही हूँ ना। Can you see me? हाँ, okay. Yes, I think I have some problem. इसको एक
Ravinder?
Yes, sir, ma'am, you are visible. You want to close this screen sharing?
हाँ, वो पूरा नहीं हो रहा। अच्छा, स्टॉप शेयर। हाँ, हो गया।
हाँ,
सॉरी, वो दिख नहीं रहा था मेरे को, पता नहीं। अब हो गया, ठीक। तो आपको कोई क्वेश्चंस हो पूछ सकते हैं। Any student has any questions? I hope समझ आया होगा। मैं बहुत फास्ट तो नहीं थी झा साहब?
नहीं, आप बिल्कुल ठीक थी।
I wanted to keep up to the time.
बिल्कुल ठीक बोल रही थी आप, बहुत अच्छा।
तो उनकी फरमाइश पूरी करी देती।
जी हाँ, प्रियंका।
सर, यस।
किसी को कोई क्वेश्चन है तो बताएं, नहीं तो टाइम है आपके पास प्रियंका?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes,
so
anyone has any doubt?
Any doubt, they can ask a question. Otherwise, I'll end with that song which he has asked.
Yes, if any student wants to ask something, can raise their hand and we can unmute them.
Chat books, chat books में भी कर सकते हैं, लिख सकते हैं।
Is there any question, Priyanka?
नहीं
I
sir.
didn't see anything in the
ठीक है
chat
ठीक है,
box.
मैडम को इनवाइट करो फिर
हाँ ठीक है.
भजन के लिए.
Yes, ma'am, thank you so much for your words of wisdom. It was really a very enriching session, and you taught us the lessons of life. And I am sure that along with me, everyone here is going to take these lessons with them. And we are going to turn into those globally enlightened citizens, or
Yes, that's what I want.
and wholesome human beings. We are going to inculcate all those qualities which you have talked about. I think this is the need of the hour also. In this time of pandemic, I think we should know about, we should learn all these qualities. We should know the meaning of happiness and how to be happy at this time. We should have a goal. We should believe in ourselves. A disciplined life we should lead. Time management, concentration, very important qualities which you also talked about. Our willpower is the strength.
Yes.
Yes, we should have love for our culture. Shraddha, that is really important. Okay, and I think we all are going to inculcate all these good habits in ourselves and really going to, live a life better than we used to live till now.
We have to apply it in our life.
Yes, we
Very
will apply. Thank you so much, ma'am. And now, yes, we are waiting for your bhajan,
Okay.
if you can. Thank you, ma'am.
Shivo, Shivo, Shiva, Swarupo, Nityoham, Shuddhoham, Buddhoham, Muktoham, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shiva Swarupo, Advaitamananda Rupam, Arupam, Brahmoham, Brahmoham, Brahma Swarupoham, Chidoham, Chidoham, Sachidanandoham, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shiva Swarupoham, Amar Atma Sachidanand मैं हूँ, शिवोहम, शिवोहम, शिव स्वरूपोहम, अखिल विश्व का जो परमात्मा है, सभी प्राणियों का वही आत्मा है, वही आत्मा सच्चिदानंद मैं हूँ, शिवोहम, शिवोहम, शिव स्वरूपोहम, जिसे शस्त्र काटे न अग्नि जलाए, गलाए न पानी न मृत्यु मिटाए, वही आत्मा सच्चिदानंद मैं हूँ, शिवोहम, शिवोहम, शिव स्वरूपोहम, यही ज्ञान अर्जुन को हरि ने सुनाया, यही ज्ञान वेदों में ऋषियों ने पाया, वही आत्मा सच्चिदानंद मैं हूँ, शिवोहम, शिवोहम, शिव स्वरूपोहम, जो व्यापक है कण कण में, है वास जिसका नहीं तीनों कालों में, है नाश जिसका, वही आत्मा सच्चिदानंद मैं हूँ। शिवोहम शिवोहम शिव स्वरूपोहम। है तारों सितारों में प्रकाश जिसका, है चांद और सूरज में आभास जिसका, वही आत्मा सच्चिदानंद मैं हूँ। शिवोहम शिवोहम शिव स्वरूपोहम। अमर आत्मा सच्चिदानंद मैं हूँ। शिवोहम शिवोहम शिव स्वरूपोहम। शिवोहम शिवोहम शिव स्वरूपोहम।
अद्भुत
So much, ma'am. Adbhut, I think that is the right word. I couldn't
अद्भुत
find
और
better
अविस्मरणीय। अद्भुत। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, आपने हमारे अनुरोध को स्वीकार किया इसके लिए।
थैंक यू
बहुत
सर,
बहुत धन्यवाद।
मेरे को बहुत
Thank
अच्छा
you.
लगा कि आपने मुझे अपॉर्चुनिटी।
थैंक यू।
ऑल द
Over
बेस्ट
to-
फॉर योर कॉलेज।
थैंक यू मैम। प्रियंका।
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. And as sir said, Adbhut, soul touching, very melodious. We loved it a lot. And thank you so much once again for this
I
one.
hope we implement it in our life.
Yes, ma'am.
Practice is better than teaching. We have to.
I think we all will try to do that one. And now is the time for a formal ending. So I invite my colleague, Dr. Avnish Pratap Singh, who is our nodal officer of NSS, to convey vote of thanks. Avnish.
Thank you, Priyanka ma'am. Honorable Principal Sir, Professor Gyantosh Kumar Jha, respected Speaker, Dr. S. Lakshmi Devi ma'am, and respected teachers and all the attendees. It's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. My heart fills with the lots of gratitude and respect for our esteemed Speaker, Dr. S. Lakshmi Devi ma'am, for not only sparing her valuable time for us to grace this National Youth Day, but also for enlightening us with the commendable words on the topic. आपका गीत शौर्य दो, शक्ति दो, दिल को जगा दो, ने हमें नई ऊर्जा से भरा। आपकी कहानी जिसमें आरोड़ी शिष्य अपने गुरु की हर बात को मानकर डिसिप्लिन में सीखा, इससे हमें प्रेरणा मिली। मैम, indeed you have put your best effort to make this event unforgettable for all. Really, we are highly obliged to you. I would also like to thank our principal, Professor Gyantosh Kumar Jha, for making and arranging you for this event. And sir, you are the guiding force and our motivation, our role model. I would also like to thank IUPAC convener Dr. Vinita Tuli and Mr. Deepankar, nodal officer of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, and Dr. Ravinder Pant for technical support. I would like to thank all the attendees for making or to listening this program attentively and make the program interactive throughout the session. Your participation is greatly appreciated. Thank you all. Thank you so much, everyone. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.
Special thanks to Dr. Priyanka Kulhari, the moderator of the program.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Please
Thank
make a
you.
forum Vivekananda.
Yes, ma'am.
और उसमें ऐसी एक्टिविटीज करिए. That's very important.
I will make definitely.
नमस्कार.
I will make a forum.
29th को सब बच्चों को, काफी बच्चों को रजिस्ट्रेशन करिए प्लीज.
मैं कराता हूँ.
29th के